Okay, so that aside, there are moments, and there's one I'll describe very vividly because I could rattle off 20 of these, right? Where it's just like, there's dad, these little things happen. Shooting stars, a certain song at a certain time, like little things like that. There was one day I was driving through Texas, and I think I was on a 13-hour drive alone from one friend's house to another. It wasn't lonely by any means, but I was in the sauce. Like when you spend 13 hours alone driving, something happens to your mental state where you're kind of on like a trip, right? And so I'm driving, and he used to drive a white Chevy, and this white Chevy merges right in front of me, almost to the point where I was like, dude, you couldn't yield. And I'm looking at it, and it's a white Chevy with Pennsylvania plate. Someone I know and love drove a white Chevy with a Pennsylvania plate. Not to mention it was a Silverado. And I'm like, okay, all right, Dad. Okay, you're slowing me down for some reason, or you're speeding me up for some reason. Right as we're merging, I'm just following this truck for probably 170 miles. And I'm like, man, you're really hanging out with me today. This is cool. And I'm talking to him. I'm just like, kind of like praying, just holding a state, thinking about him, thinking about where I'm going, who I'm about to see, all these things. And this song like pulls me out of this kind of daze that I'm in. The highway hypnosis is what I call it, where you're just like there. And the lyrics are, I'll be your cosmic cowgirl, you be my starry night. And I forget the rest of the song, but it's something like, basically, I'll pull you forward. I'm paraphrasing. And the sun is setting perfectly, and it's this bright orange, and this song is on, and I am just like, whoosh. Like, again, I'm able to feel one song at a time now. And so I'm just like, you are right here pulling threads. It's these moments where you constantly are subconsciously saying, am I on the path? God, am I on the path? Dad, am I on the path? Am I on the path? It's like, you're on the path, sister. Like, there's just those moments, those mic drop moments where it's like, it slaps you upside the head. And you're like, I'm so on the path. I couldn't be off the path if I tried. And I'm so grateful for this. And so I'm just driving, and I'm like, okay, cosmic cowgirl, starry night. Let's go. And then it gets dark out. And so sunset turns into a starry night, turns into rural Texas, turns into I can see the stars. And I feel my dad saying to me, every single one of these stars is a pinhole to heaven, and I have a string through every single one. And it was one of the most beautiful moments I've ever had with him. Or it's like a string through every single, what does that mean? Like stars are often on strings in like little cartoons. I'm like, what? It's like, no, I'm pulling strings from this realm for you all the time. Like, it's not you making it happen, sister. Like, we are up here arranging things, divine intervention, divine appointments, people that are going to come into your life at a certain time and play. It's not you. It's all gift, right? And so it's like, yes, I need to show up and participate, but most of it's just a gift. And that's where that life is precious sort of belief kind of ties back into. That was one. The other one was I was putting in his ashes to the ocean. This is trippy. This is like one of those things where I'm going to probably watch this and I can't believe I said that publicly. But so we're dumping his ashes into the ocean, my aunt, his sister, and I, and like cream swirls into coffee. I swore I saw his face one last time, and I swore he went, and like winking was our thing. And then he dropped into the ocean, and I never saw him again, right? And it was like, that was an awesome ending. Like, okay, Dad, better to burn out than fade away. Like, my God, like just these moments where you're like, this isn't real. None of it's real because time isn't real. Everything's one thing, right? Just these moments of holy like oneness with life where you're just like, I lived a bunch of boring days to see that song play at Orange Sunset in Texas. Rad. Like, it's just so cool. Like, they're intermittently sprinkled, and I feel like you always get them right when you need them. Right when you're like, is it really that meaningful? It's like, yup. Like, always.
Indeed.
Always,
How do you think you've learned to receive? Like,
those moments or just in general?
Yeah, like, because this is something that I'm trying, like, with the whole, like, so I did breath work, then hypnotherapy and whatever. And it all came, like, from Devin and the podcast and, like, having guests. And, like, I'm like, this might be something kind of fun, interesting. Why not try it? Yeah. Yes. And it goes back to, like, the physical activity to break you, to, like, change you to whatever. And it's like, okay, physical activity can break me, but I don't get a lot out of it anymore.
Okay.
Besides, like, this sucks. It's like, now it's mental in my mind. It's like, I got to have something. So that's why I did that. But it's like, where have you learned that, like, to receive, to get these, like, because it's not just, I think we all receive like little things like this all the time, right? but we don't receive them. Actually, we don't physically notice them or mentally like take them in and say like, yeah, that was for me. It's like, what was the, Carrie said something about like dimes, right? It's like, I see dimes all the time now, right? Or whatever, like whatever the signs are. And it's like, okay, but if we don't know that, if we don't like think that or whatever it is, like we don't take that in. Like, how did you learn to actually physically take those things in?
You're talking about perceiving and feeling the actual thing, right?
Yeah, like your signs from your dad. The like I would probably be driving down the road and I'd be like, "Oh, white Chevy
Cool
Silverado,
song.
you prick!"
Yeah.
Get out of my way! I'm passing you.
Yeah, I think like for you, I want to say this first is like pattern interruption is a really good ingredient. Like you're talking about going to breath work or maybe going into a float tank or maybe going to hypno. That's a great ingredient to have an experience where you feel something. You know then what feeling feels like, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You start to know, like, for you get goosebumps. That is an important thing for Devin to know about himself. It's like, I get goosebumps in moments of significance or resonance. Cool. Awesome. What are some of those physical things for you that may happen when something special is happening, right? Just plain and simple, like maybe if a child is born or you think back to your wedding, like, what did those moments feel like where you were actually feeling something? I think that that's really good to like pattern interruption. I know what feeling feels like. Those are two good ingredients. Second thing is like the Bible literally says like, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened, right? If you start praying, let me have a moment of significance soon. I wouldn't even put a timeline on it because I think like we are always like, I want it today. I want it now. It's like, no. Just, hey, I'm open to having really beautiful spiritual experiences. Could you gift me with some of those? Man upstairs, right? Whoever you pray to.
Sure.
Gus, we say God, universe, spirit kind of covers it all, right? So Gus, give me some moments of resonance, man. I'm starving for one. Like express your heart. Like you could talk out loud in the car. Like I am starving for a moment of meeting. Like please feed me one soon, right? Is something that you can do. That activates your reticular activating system, which is the whole thing of like, if you think, hey, I might get a great Tacoma. Now you see great Tacomas everywhere because you're training your mind to recognize it. So when you pray for a moment of meaning, now you're open to a moment of meaning, which means you're not going to miss it. Right? That's the second part. And then the third part is don't look for it. It's this honest openness without like, I saw a feather. Was that a sign? I saw a penny. Was that a sign? It's like, no, it wasn't, because you would know it if you felt it. If it didn't make you feel anything, it wasn't a fucking sign.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I hate about the hyper spiritual community that maybe leaves God out entirely, where they're like, I saw 444 today. And I'm like, really? Did it mean anything to you? Like, was there actually meaning there? Or was it just a beautiful little synchronicity? Because synchronicities are cool, but they're not profound. They're not cracking my soul open and being like, I'm so glad I'm alive. Like, and then watch more sunrises and sunsets, period.
I need to do that for sure.
Pick one, watch it consistently for 30 days. Yeah. I mean, both is a lot, right?
Yeah, oh,
'Cause
yeah,
we have work and we have other things, but yeah, anytime I can look at the sky, I do. And that's just maybe how I connect. But like, I think those, since the beginning of time, man on earth has reveled over the sun. There's a reason for that.
Oh, for sure.
It's a spiritual thing. There's a reason why when we don't see the sun, we get sad, arguably, right?
Yeah.
So like,
That actually,
don't touch grass.
that was why Hawaii, I think, was pretty cool because like, I don't love Hawaii, like to go there. Like it's not my favorite, but to watch the sunset in Hawaii was like almost sacred.
Spiritual.
Like in Kihei, whatever, in Maui, like everybody goes and lines up like on the road, and there's like hundreds of people watching the sunset.
So you go see like the green flash.
And you're like, whoa. Yeah, just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing. Have you not heard about that?
I thought we were talking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
The Black Pearl.
look this up. It's like
We got a dip.
because like when we went to Hawaii, it was the same thing. And then like there's supposed to be this like pivotal moment when it hits the horizon, that it's supposed to be like this glimpse of green.
That literally
It's a real
happens in the
thing.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm
see
dead
it.
serious. It's like the I think it's called like the green flash or something.
I didn't see that.
I couldn't fucking see it. I was too young. But
Dude,
I'm serious. Look it up. I promise it's nuts.
I know that it's real if you're telling us about it, especially here when we're recording.
But-
However, I've never heard of it, and it sounds very interesting. I
It
love
sounds
it.
nuts.
So I had to sing.
Music
I'm
is
glad you
one
think
that
of
gets
pirates,
me.
though.
Oh, dude, I just-
But not like you. I'm not like, well, I did cry.
Tons
I
of
do cry
pirates.
sometimes on music, but this morning I was
Yeah.
driving to the gym, And I've started listening to Alex Warren,
Okay, yep.
the Ordinary song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not that song. I listened to another one today that was something else. I don't remember. I had it in my head. But it talks about, like, I'll save you. That's what it's called. I'll save you a seat.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And
That's a
it's
deep
like,
one.
and it made me think of Owen. You little shit.
Yeah, what is it? The Jelly Roll and Brandon Lake song has Hallelujah and Hard Fought Hallelujah.
Yeah.
It's been ripping me to shreds.
Yeah.
There are certain songs that you know are going to crack you open,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, those are the ingredients I was talking about in the first part. It's like, those are good ingredients. Keep using them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't expect a miracle or a moment of significance, but just like keep yourself in those states. If it's physical activity for you, great. If it's hiking for you, great. Like, I know a lot of people that are nature stimulated, right? Where they're like, I know if I get outside enough, like, I feel tapped in.
Yeah.
It's like, you should probably keep getting outside. Rad, right? That's so good.
That's awesome.
Do you pray a lot?
I pray a lot. Pray very informally a lot.
Are you praying out loud? Are you praying in your head? What are you doing?
Usually written. So
Wow.
I do a brain dump almost every morning. We'll say 5 days a week, like a reasonable amount, right? Where I try and write 1 to 3 pages. So it's always 1, but sometimes it's 3, depending on time constraints. And usually somewhere in there, you'll just see a little God, comma, and it starts to just be this conversation, right? And that's all it is. It's a conversation with somebody who knows way more than I do. And I love it, right? And it's a scrub for the consciousness every morning. Where you're like, and this is extracted out of my being onto paper.
That's cool.
Move. And so there's this sort of mental scrubbing process that happens within that. Julia Cameron talks about morning pages in a lot of her books about creativity. And that's where I got some of the naming of all of, like, what am I actually doing? I'm not just writing. It's not like, hey, I just want to see how my handwriting's doing today. Like, there's a reason behind it, right? And that's one of my real core anchors is journaling. Always has been. It's like, it becomes not me. It's like my feelings become a train in front of me instead of I'm the train. It's much less scary to sit with them.
That's true.
Like, oh, you're just like passing little cars, like little ants down there. That's cool. Some resentment. There's some inspiration. She wants a snack. I mean, sometimes it's the most basic, like, primal thing of like, I want food right now. And today I'm going to eat strawberry. Why did I write that? I don't know. There's no filter, and those pages are never going to see the light of day. And that's the whole point.
Maybe they should. Maybe you should be the next Matthew McConaughey. You can have a whole book about.
I think you can extract like a sentence
Yeah,
here
yeah.
and there, but like I think there's a respect for other people's time where they don't want to read those pages. They're way too random.
I do that too. I'm like, man, if somebody reads this shit, it's gonna
They're
be
gonna send
boring.
me the loony bin. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, loony bin too. There's a couple. Yeah, I'll just swear at myself in there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got a few different personalities.
Yeah. If someone saw them all, what would they do with me?
That's
Yes.
funny.
I keep thinking
That's
about
spot
to your comment about like your dad, threading through the stars. What'd you call it?
He's pulling threads, through every one of the stars.
Man, I
Pulling
read-
strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're religious in the sense of the Bible. I read this thing this week that talked about, and I think it resonated with me. It was talking about Noah's Ark, right? And it said that there's a reason there's no sails, there's no steering wheel, there's nothing. It's like your job was to build the boat and get in.
Let everything else.
Yep. And it's just like it's reminded me of that, and I'm like, it's twice this week.
Sometimes
Maybe
we
I
burn
need to
the
be
boats,
listening to
and
this.
sometimes we build the boats. My favorite thing about the Noah story, if I could just chime in, is his neighbors
Oh, really?
must have thought he was a nut job. It's not rained in how long and you're building a boat, bro? Like, and he's like, God told me to build a boat. You would think he was out to lunch if your neighbor started doing that today. I'm going to build a boat out of wood. It's going to be ginormous, and I'm going to need it. That's all he told you. I love how little instruction he needed to act. It's like there is so much beauty in the simplicity of just like being like, I don't know, God told me to, so I'm here. Like when I said yes to Romania, I was like, yeah, I'll go. Where is that? In the same sentence. Like it was like, oh, that wasn't me. That was,
Yeah.
that was a string, right? So that's so freaking awesome that you brought that up. And then my other favorite story like that is Moses getting into the Red Sea. God did not move the Red Sea. He parted the Red Sea, and Moses had to get in up to here before anything was happening. So he's like, guys, we're going this way. He's got all his people on the shore. He starts taking off articles of clothing, boots, whatever you wouldn't wear into water, right? So I imagine he strips down to his beefy Hanes, and he's like, all right, I'm getting in the water. We're gonna go that way. And they're like, all right, Moses, I think you're a little dehydrated, bro. Like, where are you at? And then he's like face in the water, like, and nothing's happening. And all of a sudden the freaking sea splits. what? That's some crazy faith.
Yeah, that's
Like
nuts.
that, and the commentary on the shore. Like I so often we hear the main storyline in the Bible a lot. It's like, what were the people next to him saying? I just want to know. I want to go back and be a fly on the wall on that beach.
I hope
That's
this
true.
shit works.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Like doggy paddling.
I'm gonna.
right?
We're swimming across. Yeah.
It's a CrossFit workout.
Exactly. They're like, oh,
Be ready
here he-
for anything, anytime. I
here
told
he
you
goes
this.
again.
Egyptians can't swim. I know
Here,
it.
here he goes again.
They're on horses.
They'll melt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just so interesting, man.
Hope this works.
So cool. I think of the Bible as like home base. It's like there is a tangible something that other people agree with that I also like for the most part agree with, but my faith is still going to shoot off and personalize, right? It's not just going to be like my faith doesn't fit in a church, man. There's no windows in there. That's weird. I'm sorry. I struggle more with organized government than I do with organized religion, but like still, I'm like, do you know how church started? It started like this. It's like conversations, man. So I'm always trying to recreate original church, which was just like 12 dudes hanging out and talking.
I like
That's
it.
rad.
That's cool.
We've got a.
You know? So
got
to
an
answer
alley
your, I
religion.
see your religious statement. I just needed to tack those in there.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
It's like I don't know what to call it because like
Not
it's,
really religious.
Is it
not really
Christian? Is it like what is it?
Faith,
Yeah.
like faithful or
Faith-based.
faith-based.
Is a
There
great
you go.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
identify with that. My pronouns are free/AF. You know, it's like I struggle with labels, man. I can't.
I love it. That's awesome.
I used to put she and it. You know, like the
That's
shit,
right.
but yeah, I am the shit. Yep.
That's awesome.
I had to take that off
That's
my IG
re-
profile. I had to take it off. I was like,
I'm doing work for the greater
man,
good. I gotta
yeah,
take
dude,
this
I'm like,
off.
this is 82% women, and I'm sure 90% of them are 45 to 65.
Help me.
So I'm like, they ain't gonna get this. The shit.
That's cool, man.
They're like, he doesn't seem like a guy that would be a she, but
What is going
26.
on,
It's all good.
so good.
man?
Good.
Never know nowadays.
You're allowed to pick.
Yeah. Apparently.
Hey, dude, I have so many. There's more questions.
Ask
How long
them.
have we been going?
Send it. I don't know.
Yeah, how long have we been?
Is Lad good?
Only 2 hours.
Is
and
Lad
30 minutes.
alive?
Lad's like a dog, dude. He's always good. That's his red flag. I'm like, you're just always good, pretty much, except for once every 3 months when I need to have a conversation. Like, okay,
I need
If you're
one
good,
drink.
I'm
Gotta
good.
get one
All
drink.
right,
yeah.
dude.
I mean, we can take a break, but
I just gotta move my butt cheeks. Okay, we can't record this one.
no, this is fine.
Okay.
This is my story. I just can't secondhand tell. other
Yeah, you
people's
can't hush.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
beef or whatever you want to call it, top secretness. So we're at this festival. Tyler Childers is headlining.
Ooh, yes.
I take a microdose of mushrooms, which I've had great experiences
this
with
under
in
the big
past.
sky or
Yes,
whatever?
yes.
I want to go so bad.
Dude, put you on the pencil list before we even drop the tickets. Let's do it.
For
Yes.
real?
Yeah,
What the
come be in the
shit?
cabana with us.
That'd be
There's a
so
cabana?
sick.
There's the cabana. You get free
When?
drinks.
Where?
And free poppy sodas, which is all I care about. But it's Montana, yeah.
Let's go.
It's in our
Road
backyard.
trip.
It's in
It's
Whitefish.
so sick.
Done.
So I take a microdose of mushrooms to enjoy this concert. And then like it's a 10-hour event. So like 5 hours in, I'm like, I'm gonna take another microdose. This is gonna be awesome. We're just gonna keep the train going. That second dose was pure psilocybin. I didn't know that. My microdose was 98% more potent than my first one. It was not a microdose. I am
major
glitching
dose.
out with my boss. And I'm like, I've only known him for 3 months at this point. So I'm like, I am not good. I am not good. Tyler Childers is playing a 2-hour set. And for the first 90 minutes, I kept wondering why he was doing remixes. And I look at my buddy Brad and I'm like, why is every song he's doing a remix? And he grabs me and he goes, hun, you're the remix.
I understand.
Dang.
Ran up to a guy, didn't know him. I was like, hey, can I tell you something? He's like, sure. I was like, I'm having a journey right now, so just take this into context. I look at him and I'm like, dude, never met this man. You look like home in a homesick world. He says, what? I said, you look like home in a homesick world. He's gay. He looks at his partner. He goes, I am going to take that to the grave with me. I'm right here. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I've been homesick like for things that don't exist like my entire life. And for 2 minutes, I just looked at your face and dude, I was home. That's me on drugs.
Dang.
And he's like, and now you're coming home with us.
Yeah, no, they were gay. He did not think I was hitting on him, thank God. So that was good. But it was just a funny little thing where I was like, oh, we're in a state right now.
We're in it.
Yeah. Didn't mean to be in the state, but I've only been in that state twice 3 times in my life where you're like, oh, my arms feel like a waterfall. Okay. I don't do drugs often.
My
but
brain is melting.
Yeah. Not a real
the
human.
heck is
Anyway, I thought you guys would appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Throw
yeah,
that
for
in
sure.
for B-roll.
No, that's a right on the front. That's a magic clip.
Mom, if you see this, it never happened. It was a dream.
Yeah, I feel like your mom's like, Liz doesn't know that I was just slamming shrooms in the back
Dude,
room.
my mom is more
Waffles?
like this. You thought I didn't know. I knew the entire time.
Oh, really?
My mom has like a we say a sensitive sniffer. She has like a bionic nose. Like you could come in the door at noon and she'd be like, did you have popcorn at 9 a.m.? You're like, what? Like,
Really?
how did you know that? She's like, I don't know, just I can smell it on you. So anyway, I could never get away with anything.
Your mom
in
sounds
high
like
school.
she's just a sweetheart.
She is. Like, if I were to go in my phone right now, there's a bunch of voicemails from her, and every single one, the beginnings are like this. Hi, cutie pie. Hi, honey bunches. Hi, Lyssa girl. Hi, my beautiful daughter. And it's like one after the other, and then she stops singing after the greeting. She goes back to her regular voice. But like, Mom, probably I'm not going to wait till you die. I'm just going to do it now. We're going to make a compilation of all of your voicemails of the greetings. I think it's the most precious thing ever. Like, you're that happy to talk to me after
cool.
32 years? That's rad. She's great.
That's
Love her.
awesome.
We
Just,
love
like,
Shelzo.
Sparked my little
Shelzo.
fire seed here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I was gonna bring up fire seeds earlier when she was talking
What's that?
about. Oh yeah.
My own term I coined. We
On a-
coined, I
one of the
guess.
podcasts.
That's Devin's.
Yep, fire
Devin's
seeds.
just out here.
Just you're planting seeds. They're just on fire. That's how I feel, man. Like sometimes, like, what's gonna grow? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna touch all of them. And yeah,
Because I'm a
like,
gardener.
yeah. One of my fire seeds was like living funerals.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, like, dude, people would feel so good.
I
Like,
love that.
because
Be wild.
Yeah, why do we always? We talked about this. Like, we're always waiting till they're gone to tell them how important they were. No, tell them right fucking now.
Yeah.
Would you act like they weren't in the room when you spoke, or would you just look them in the eye the whole time?
I don't know.
Because I kind of want to just like be a fly on the wall. Like pretend I'm dead. I'm not in the room, and I want to hear what you'd say about me.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of the
that'd be
spark
sweet.
too is like I told one of my things this year that I want to do is like tell people a good thing to them one time a day. Not to you every single day, 365 days, right? It's like I'm out of stuff. I'm out of stuff to tell you. I'm sorry. That's
like
that's
4
a
things.
yeah. That's a really
Not that
cool.
And on the fifth day, I'm out.
Yeah. But like to tell somebody every day, somebody new every day, just something good, right? And that was the same thing. Like, what would you want somebody to know about you or what would you want people to say at your funeral? And so it's like, yeah, why don't you tell them now? Why wait until they're dead? Tell them now.
Yeah.
And so it's like stuff like that. But I think when I've told people, they're kind of like, I think they're taken back. They're like, wait, what? Why did you say that to me?
I think everybody thinks something's wrong when you tell them good things.
Yeah.
What are you about to
They're
ask
like,
me
oh
for?
shit.
Who died? What
What's
happened?
the cliffhanger?
What does that say
What do
about
you
our
need?
culture? Man, we're just not ready
it's-
for good news, I guess.
I know.
You also are typically not that warm, right? You're pretty like, I feel like
Oh, yeah.
masculine. So when you're like, hey, you know what I love?
Yeah.
The color of your eyes. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like coming from you, like that's a personality tone.
Right. Oh,
too.
it's tough. It's
Yeah.
and it's hard for me. That's actually
love
why
it.
I started doing it is because I was telling Devin, I was like, I got to do something that's hard for me to
Yeah.
do it. And that's hard for me to say, like, because you feel a little gay.
That's your Miyogi
Like,
challenge. for the
hey,
year.
Tyler, you look really nice today, pal. And it's like, I
was like,
didn't
gay?
just think I was gay. But I'm not gay, so don't worry about
I will
it.
hug you to
homo.
death.
Yeah, hold up.
All of the homo.
All homo. Did you say all homo?
I said no homo.
I say all homo, dude. So when it comes off homo, I just call it for what it is. I'm like, I love you,
That
brother.
was
I'm
as
so
gay as
pumped
you
for
think
us.
it is.
All
That was
homo.
so
Yeah.
All gay.
Then it just kind of like
Yeah.
takes back the homo of it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like just like maybe it is, maybe it
Like
isn't.
if you acknowledge it, it's not gay.
yeah.
Pretty
Two
much.
dudes
Exactly.
sitting in a hot tub.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is sad, but mine can't talk. Y'all clip it out. Okay, let's glitch. So not my uncle, but his brother, because it's like the other side of the family. You know, he's like my bonus uncle. He just passed away, and we knew that Blair, my uncle, would be super sad because that's his only brother, and they're super close. They moved here from Scotland, so not only that, they have this like special bond because they didn't hang out with everybody they grew up with. They got here and they were each other's like person, right? So Blair's birthday is 5 days after the day his brother died. And I'm like, guys, we need to do something special for Blair. And everybody's like, like, what should we get him? And I'm like, no. This isn't a money thing. This is a heart thing. So what we started doing, which is a little simpler than a living funeral, is I texted everybody that I knew was really close to him, like 10 of us, said, send me a video of yourself, selfie, that says what you love about Blair and your favorite memory with him. And what does everybody do? They say 3 things they love about Blair and 3 memories with him, right? Because our family is yappers. I'm the quiet one in my family. Terrifying. Okay. Yappers. So they all send me these video clips. I stitch them together in CapCut on my phone. Super quick. Took me 20 minutes, right? And the video was 10 minutes long. So it really took me 10 minutes. And I put sound effects in. So like my aunt starts to get really emotional in hers because it's her husband. And she's like, and Blair, you're like the calm to my storm. And da-da-da. And I put like, hallelujah. Like we're all like, what would Susie do without Blair, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this funny little thing. We sent it to him. He's crying. And like, why do we wait? Same question. So that's a practical way. If you guys want to steal that, steal it.
That's
He did
cool.
Yeah.
He did it for Jake.
Because we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's just one of those things. I actually tried this once with the CrossFit dude. It was Phil. Did you see the Phil? We went and did like a
Utah?
CrossFit. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see anything on that.
And I just had people from the gym. I'm like, tell me everything you love about Phil and send it to me. And I compiled it. And I mean, the dude's just like, yeah, he's a veteran. He's a police officer. And like the second I saw him, it's just like, hug me. I was like, that's so cool, But I think it's such a cool idea. And how do you pull that off the right way and make it hit home and not take so much time? Because I don't think it needs all the fanciness, It just needs
raw.
Yeah, it just needs something like the real emotion. I think just on the phone and maybe put it on a tripod.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have to.
Don't cover the speaker.
Sometimes it's funnier when people do stuff like that too. Like my stepdad's is kind of like up his nose, and I'm like, this is so on brand.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I like love it. No offense, Tom, if you listen to this. We love your clip, man.
Sounds awesome.
But it's who people truly are. And I love when you can just capture somebody in their true personality.
Yes.
It's so good.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and it was funny too because I'll get all these clips, right? Like, so is for Josh's, who's one of the Christmas families.
Josh, not Jake. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a Josh and a Jake.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but for Josh's, I got his kids, and you can just tell, like the young boys, they're still so weird, like, love you, Dad, bye.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, oh my gosh, I love you, Dad. You're the blah blah blah, and I'm like, dang, it was cool, but I would hope like, hey, I know my kids, right? They're like, that actually meant something. It wasn't just as quick, like, pink. Yeah. So, I don't know.
So now you know that when you say something to me, I say something to you, sweet. That means something.
Yep, I do now.
Yeah, that's funny. You called Tommy our like quiet guy because
Yeah.
in our group thread, it's like the running joke now that like we'll say something not sentimental, but like something long, and
Meaningful.
Tommy's is like
KK.
sweet, and we're like, what
thumbs
the
up.
fuck does the fuck does sweet mean, Tommy? We can take this so many different ways. And
Yeah.
so
I guess I'll just fuck off then.
Tommy's like, I'm just saying it was really cool.
yeah,
Dude, it was so awesome. I loved how you brought that across, all wrapped into sweet.
yeah, sweet.
Have you guys seen the meme that says the dad keyboard and it's just O, K, and thumbs up all over the keyboard?
Oh, that's
That
awesome.
Sounds like you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Tommy.
We could be like, Dom, my stepdad does the same thing. I'm like, Dom, I got engaged. Dom, I lost my job today. Dom, I miss you.
Thumbs up.
And it's literally like, do you love me? Like, are you okay? It's so funny.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
funny.
That's so funny.
So
You're not the
hilarious.
only one.
Good. Good.
So, would you say right now that like you're probably living like the best version of yourself so far? Like, do you feel like you're optimizing who you want to be as a person?
I feel like there's aspects of myself that I've felt particularly proud of recently.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of them is just not becoming the feeling. That's been a huge like win for me where I'm like, my life is so much better when I witness my feelings instead of say, like it's as simple as saying, I'm anxious versus I'm experiencing anxiety. You hear the difference. You're identifying with it in the first one. You're witnessing in the second one. My deepest desire, and this probably comes from childhood stuff, we all have our core wounds, is to be witnessed, to be seen and heard. When I can do that for myself, I'm a less needy version of myself in the world, a better friend. I'm like, oh, what would I want someone to ask me right now? And the biggest thing, when someone says something to me, they drop a piece of news or kind of like drop a bomb, like I'm getting divorced was one of my good friends got divorced this year. Instead of not knowing what to say, I just take a deep breath and I go, how's your heart? I know everybody's probably asking you about the house and the dog and how's your heart? And it's like drops me into that deep conversation where I can witness them. So that's something I'm really proud of. In that sense, yeah, best Lyssa, right? I did not used to be able to do that for myself and for others. My connections are deeper. Physical fitness, not at my best right now, right? There's some different elements that you're like, yeah, I could be fitter. I've been having a lot of back pain the past couple years, really. It's escalated. There was no incident. It's a mystery. And I'm at the point with it where I'm like, I need an answer. What's going on? I can't shoot in the dark.
Time out on that.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that because literally earlier when you were like, oh, I get to train with Dana Bay, I was like, she should be fucking jacked, boys.
Yeah.
So it's funny you're thinking that.
Yeah. So I can't train as hard as I would like to right now. Just,
Okay.
It's not smart to. It's not that I can't. I could be stupid and train really hard tomorrow. Like, cool. That's not what's going to serve me, right? So there's that discernment there. But I mean, I used to have, I'll humble brag for 1 second, is me at my fittest was a 6:15 mile and a 2:16 or a 2:60 deadlift in the same week. It's like, I'm in my own shadow. Like that version of myself, all she cared about was fitness. She didn't have a business. She didn't have a great relationship. Like, yeah, but it's like, no, I'm not at my best in that area right now. And I'm not comparing myself to others. I'm comparing me to me. So like, I know there's aspects where I can kick it up a notch and I'm like looking at myself like, hey, why haven't you kicked it up a notch? It's like, you need to get to the bottom of this back pain, girlfriend, so you can be a lethal weapon in the gym again. I miss that part of me. Do I have to replicate who I was in 2019? No. Would I like to feel proud of my athletic performance again? Yeah. Would I like to stand next to Dana on a yacht in Cabo and not be like, I should wear the sarong for everything that's gone so wrong? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? I want to feel good again. And it's coming back more to like a longevity and quality of life thing of like, I canceled a backpacking trip because my back hurt too bad. It's like starting to affect things where you're like, this is affecting my happiness now. It's affecting my mental health now. And not being able to just say, well, maybe it's stress or maybe it's rest or maybe it's this. Something's wrong. We need to figure it out. So I'm just taking the humble pie there. And I think like sometimes God uses that stuff to like break us of our identity. Like we start to think like I am an athlete. It's like, no, you're someone who experiences fitness.
That's cool.
Doesn't mean anything about you. So there's been learning in that too. Financially, we're at like middle of the road right now. I've had months, bigger months, and I've had smaller months. Right now we have consistent months. And it's like, amen for that, because that whiplash, that financial whiplash creates a nervous system uproar, creates more stress, right? So it's like, yeah, in some ways I do feel like the best version of Lyssa. I feel like the most present version of Lyssa and the most loving version of Lyssa have way less of a chip on my shoulder than I used to. There was a resentment and an anger that followed me for like a decade. And one of my friends, I love people like this. He sits me down at breakfast, dude. It's like 9 a.m. on a Saturday, okay? I had just gotten off of that 13-hour road trip the night before that I was describing with the Texas truck, right? Same house, same weekend. He's like, I want to talk to you about something. I'm like, oh, God. And he's like one of our friends that has like the dad archetype. He has that real serious like dad energy. We're just like, what are you about to tell me? Am I wearing the wrong outfit? Should I not be talking to this guy? I'm like going through all the things he could be like about to call me out on. He goes, when's the last time someone, what did he say, openly was a hater towards you? Has anyone actually ever like shit on your dreams to your face? And I immediately was like, yes. In this year, someone said this. In this year, someone said things I was carrying as resentments, right? He's like, hey, so all of that was more than 3 years ago, yeah? And I was like, yeah, it was. So grateful for that. It was all like 2016, 17, 18, 19. This is now 2023. Yeah. He's like, so I'm sorry I'm being so blunt. He says to me, I need you to stop using anger as your fuel source. He says, you know how like a rocket takes off? When the rocket takes off, like things fall off of it? He goes, it's time to let the anger fall off of your jetpack. And he walks away from the table. And I was like,
Mic drop.
I felt so seen. I felt so called out. I felt so loved. I was like, God, may I have more conversations like that? Like, wow. And it was so spot on. It wasn't one of those things where someone's seeing themselves in you. Like, you really need to work on, and you're like, no, that's what you need to work on, right? It wasn't that. It was such an honest take that I wasn't ready for at 9 a.m. on a Saturday after a 13-hour road trip. I was like, thank you. He's like, I couldn't hold it in anymore. That's like those moments where like expression is a core value. Expression in real time, even when it's not convenient, even when I might be tired, even when we don't see each other that much, you're just going to hit me with the truth like that. Like, and Rob talks about this with his friends too. It's like, your friends love you enough to say it, right? And it's like, God, may I be more like that. And may it be well received. not just
Yeah.
poking the bear, so to speak,
The
right?
receive part's, I think, the hardest thing. Well, for most people,
Yeah.
like, because you could have been like, no, dick, now I'm mad at you, so I'm going
Right.
to carry that along.
Yeah. I'm not angry. I could have been defensive or whatever,
Sure.
but I mean, the nature of that relationship was pretty dropped in already. Like the context was there for him to be able to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like in some ways the best version of myself, and in some ways, like I got a lot of work to do. Like
Yeah.
there's things that I used to excel at that I feel like a C plus or a B plus at right now. And I'm like, we're firing high on all cylinders. I can confidently say that. There's not an area of my life that's an F minus while another one's an A plus, which when that fitness was an A plus, I had a few F minuses in my world, right? So it's like, I feel like collectively I've brought up all the cylinders pretty evenly, but like I always want to get better. And I always want to, like, one of my essential, like, so there's like core beliefs, right? We talked about life is precious, rip on life. There's core values, freedom, growth, expression, right? And then there's like the cornerstones of your work in the world. And one of my three like things I believe so deeply that it's in my work over and over and over and over again is like one of your jobs as a servant of other people is to continually increase your capacity. So if you have a gift, it is an ethical duty to continue to double down on that gift and get better at it, right? That's really what I'm saying is there's an appetite to chase excellence forever with no end mark. There's this reverence for like the journey and progression. That's like, yeah, it's not where my worth comes from, but it's how I'm going to show up for sure. I'm like, I don't want to just live a life where I'm like, I got everything to a C plus and I decided it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. So like, yes. And that's my answer.
That's a good one. I like it.
Great question.
That's good.
I've thought about as I'm experiencing this, successful and unemployed style.
You're the most
Not
successful at being
but
unemployed.
Just unemployed.
Oh my gosh, you were so funny your first day of unemployment. I was cheering you on so hard. I was like, he fucking did it. If you hang out with me long enough, I'll convince you to, ladies, dump your boyfriend, move states, or quit your job. I am the friend that's like, change it. Per earlier in this conversation, right?
Yep.
You and I had that conversation real briefly. It was like an elbow brush version of that conversation. I was like, dude, do it. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm like, still do it. And then you did. Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here. Dead ass. Like when I see somebody make moves, I'm like, oh, dude, you're my people. We can be friends.
Works. It works.
You're in.
It's wild. I mean, it's a wild feeling.
Oh, it's wild.
I mean, I don't know if when you did yours, did you have an idea?
No.
Yeah, because like my idea, I wasn't even scared to admit it, right? Like it is doing what I'm doing right now, but I was afraid to even tell my wife. I'm like, I want to help people, and hopefully that will take care of us someday. Like I'm good at this,
Like the
I want to
shrug
give
emoji.
money away.
dude. Yeah,
and
I'm like,
somehow make money.
yeah, it's not a good business plan. It's not the greatest business plan. I will say that there may be some opportunity in it, but right now I'm broke. And the money that I do keep, and the thing is like, I just give it away to more people. I'm like, these people need this. Again, wants, needs. I go to those things of me, like, yeah, I do want something, but that person needs something. Time, okay, that got deep quick, but
Yeah.
going to like this successful unemployed, but then you're not employed, but like you would now have consistency.
Yeah.
Was that hard?
Yeah. It was super hard, dude. It was super hard. There was a lot of prayer before that move. Like a lot. So I launched these art offers. I like stopped business coaching. I had 42 clients and I was having a conversation this deep all day. And then I was with a partner who was like, why don't you want to talk to me at 6 o'clock when you're done working? I was like, dude, I'm fried. Like, I'm sorry. This is what life is requiring of me right now. And I ain't got much left over till Saturday. Like I had 6 hours of this all day, every day. And you barista today. And I know why you want to talk to me because you're all caffeinated and you missed me today. Like it was all good. Nobody was doing anything wrong with it. There was a clash there. So that led me to, I want to be an artist again full time, which was another burn the offer suite. So everything, the message, the offers, the sales, and the fulfillment. There's 4 like quadrants to service-based or coaching businesses, right? I was tampering with the offers piece. And I wasn't tampering with it every 6 months. It was like, it's been 4 years. I want to do some new offers. Rad. There's a surrender there. There's a burn it down moment. There's an I'm going to finish out these contracts. I had a coach at the time. Always have a coach, right? And I'm like, dude, I just took my mom on this road trip to Salt Lake City. We got out of the car like every 85 miles. We took pictures on the side of the road. And dude, you should have seen the state she was in. She was feeling things. She was like, I've never seen snow-capped mountains. Oh my God, they're purple. My mom, right? My mom's very expressive. So I was like, you're such a gift right now. I'd have the best portraits of my mom from this trip my favorite pictures of her I've taken my entire life, right? And I've taken a lot of pictures. I used to shoot weddings. So camera was always in my hand. And like, dude, she got this cowboy hat at like not a rest stop, but like some type of a random pit stop on the way. She's got the cowgirl hat on. She doesn't know that. She's like what do they say? New boot scooting. It's that energy, right? And we're on the side of the road and I'm like, there's something here. Like, what if I took free-spirited brands who usually shoot content in their offices and I took them on a road trip? And what if I made them cry, right? Like in a good way. Awe, tears of awe. And so I'm talking to my coach. I'm like, why can't I just do that? And he's like, I don't know. Why can't you just do that? And Adam, my coach at the time, delusional, just one of those people that sees me as an artist is like, you can do anything. And I'm like, I don't need you to tell me I can do anything right now. I need you to tell me if this is going to work. And he goes, I need you to dance with uncertainty like you always preach. And I was like, fuck. And so I'm like, I have to do it, right? And there's like this moment. And so I launched road trips, content road trips. We shoot all your content for a year in a week. And it wasn't really a year planned out. It was, you're going to have a bank so big that you're not going to need to do one of these for a year, right? It wasn't like this overly calculated thing. There was a freedom to it. In that, people would normally birth new offers and then hire me for sales coaching. And I was like, this is rad. You need to know how to sell your thing. This is great. Then we had brand in a day and we had website in a weekend. And those were the 3 offers that I was running. And they were selling like hotcakes. Like February, I did 3 brands in a day. So every Thursday for 3 weeks straight, cranked out a brand in 6 hours. That's like the mark of proficiency. It's also terribly exhausting. Like if I were to ask you to do something that usually takes you a month, hey, can you do this in 6 hours for me? You probably could. Probably be really tired afterwards, right? So like that's the type of work I was doing was like I'm on for 7 days. Now I'm off for 2 weeks, but I'm not really off for 2 weeks. Got to edit everything. So it was this very different thing. And after about 6, 7, 8 months of that, I started to pray like, where's this going? Am I going to do this like this forever? Am I ever going to have a team? I don't really want to run a team, to be honest. Like I would run a sales team or something. But at that point, I'm like, maximum potency, my company is not going to have a team. Like that sounds like a headache. I've tried to manage people. I don't want to do it. I want to be an artist, but I can't keep doing it like this. So I'm doing some deeper soul searching and prayer and journal and meditation. And I'm like, what am I obsessed with? Like, what's the glue here that I keep coming back to? And it's personal brand. It's identify your gifts, have the courage to continually get better, have the discipline to continually get better, and the courage to share them with the world. Okay, those are the 3 pillars of my work. Okay, so I have to witness people, call things out in them, ask them, does that resonate? Get them into a basically a 75 hard for their skill set and say, you're going to get better at this, motherfucker. Like now, you're going to become that motherfucker like Rob talks about. And then after that, I'm going to teach you how to market it and sell it. Okay, cool? And like someone has to say yes to that, which is terrifying, especially if you sell it as a package. Like selling those things individually, much easier. People are like, I want to be seen. And people are like, I want to be disciplined. Or people are like, I want to sell, but all 3 together. So I was selling them in this like segmented way of the content road trip as a witness, right? The brand in a day is like okay, we're going to start to be disciplined in how we show up online. We're going to start to take this seriously. And the website in a weekend is, hey, there's got to be enough strategy for you to know what you're selling and how to sell it, which is backpacked with sales coaching. So I'm like doing this and I'm like, God, what's the glue? And it's like personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. Jan 1, Rob Bailey launches. I'm going to daily vlog for 365 days. I watch this and I'm like, he's the best personal brand I know. So I become obsessed with Rob Bailey in a, like, I'm studying him type of a way, right? And I'm like, man, this guy is, I'm taking notes on what he's doing. I knew him from 2019 from Morehouse. There's like some callbacks there. I'm like, this is cool, man. What is he up to? I just put him in my awareness. March, February, somewhere in there. I'm like, I'm going to daily vlog too. Emulate the people that you admire, right? My vlog is not going to look like Rob's vlog. My rules, because constraints force creativity, were you're not going to take any longer than 30 minutes to edit. So that's the time block to edit at the end of the day. You're going to film it all on an iPhone with no mic and no lighting, or you're not going to do it. Remove the resistance, do the task, right? It's like maybe 6 months in, I'll upgrade to a mic, or maybe 6 months in, I'll switch to a Sony Alpha or whatever. But right now, reps. So I start doing this. It's like 7 days after that, Rob's on his story and he's like, need a salesperson. And I DM him, I'm like, what are we closing? genuinely asking, is this a product driven sales position or an experiences and coaching driven sales position? And he goes, I love the confidence. He took it as me being like, what are we closing?
We got
Sorry, I didn't talk into the mic.
I'm the guy.
What are we closing? Like, just like feet up on the desk, right? And I was like, oh God, this is an interesting first impression, but he loved it. And it stood out, right? It was like, you guys know that story about the quarter inch on the resume? The guy was like stacking the resumes and one guy made his like a quarter inch taller and stuck out. It was like my quarter inch moment with Rob where I was like, what are we closing? And so I fell into his world. And then at first, and this is like, it was almost like a compromise and an answered prayer all in one, because I had started to pray like, God, I need a bigger tree to lean my ladder against because I'm lacking vision. I don't know where my company's going. I'm steering a ship that is just flying at full speed in no particular direction. Like, we keep sailing. It's cool with the water, beautiful. And I feel like Jack Sparrow right now, but like, where am I going? Right. So like we have this whole thing and Rob gets me and he's like, yeah, I just need like 10 hours a week. And so my nervous system is like, cool. 10 hours a week, no biggie. I can keep doing what I'm doing because we resist change as human beings. So even though I want change, I'm like deeply resistant to it, right? I'm like, I'm not going to work for somebody, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'll just like do Rob part-time. I'll treat him like a retainer because I was used to having 3 design retainers plus the freelance of the offers we were just talking about. And like, I was like, he's like a retainer. It's perfect. I just lost a retainer. This is great. And then it turns into more very quickly because Rob is die full speed, right? And so I meet Rob a month later. I onboarded for this position in the back of a Mexican cab hotspotting with Mexican music playing. I'm like, yes, Rob, I can start tomorrow. It was a whole thing. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Dang. Really funny. But it was just a say yes moment. It's like, you don't meet or connect with one of your people you admire and then be like, nah, dude, that sounds like a big change. You just say yes. Right. And so going up the weekend that we all met, you know, he's like, all right, I need you here for the event. That was only 2 weeks after I started closing in his CRM. I'm like, sick. He's like, I want to meet you. I'm like, cool. I want to meet you too. This is weird. Right. And it's not the way I thought it was going to go. And so I go up to Montana and we're like serving and I'm doing the social butterfly thing, half because that's my personality and half because I want him to see how good I am with people. Right. It's like, this is a jam session for me. I'm like, this is like a retreat with 100 people. Like, what's up? I'm just connecting with people. And I'm like, if I can just get in the room. By Sunday night, he had sat me down and said, how do I get you here full time? And again, don't tell Rob Bailey you need to sleep on it. You just say yes. And so it's like, God's like, I queued it up, sister. Right skill set,
Here's your
right place, right time. Say yes. And I just know there's like a pull right here in my solar plexus of, when I feel pulled to do something, I know it's the right answer. When I feel pushed to do something, I know it's the wrong answer. So I can feel my body because I've trained my brain to feel things, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm like, okay, what did I just say? Yes. Like, what the fuck did I just say yes to? Like, that was a difficult yes. It was an easy yes, but it was a now what yes. Where you're like, I'm going to piss off my roommate. I did. She's also my best friend. Shit. I also am leaving my favorite state. Shit. I also hope this is going to work. Shit. I'm also not a W-2, so this doesn't come with benefits and like a moving, whatever, stipend. Like, this is just pack up everything in the pickup truck and be the vagabond you fucking say you are and go. And there's me, like, this is what you do, right? This is what Lyssa Scott would do, right? Yup. It's just like 2 months I'm up there living in Chelsea's camper, right? So like, yeah, there was a whole ego death of like, we're not building the maximum potency is no longer the top flag. KRB is the top flag, right? Kill Rob Bailey. And it's like, you're going to have to sit in the passenger seat, Liz, and you're going to have to be trusting of, and I don't know if Rob knows this, but like, I trust him so much. He's shaping me right now. It's like, I'm the clay and he's the potter. Like, it is, I am trusting you to shape me into the professional that you need me to be to serve your mission. I'm trusting that your mission is going to remain something that I'm aligned with. I'm trusting that I'm not going to regret this, right? There's a lot there. And throughout the summer, it's been so messy. The messiest part of it is I went from having deep conversations all day to having repetitive conversations most of the day. Sales calls versus coaching calls, very different. There is enough meaning sprinkled into when I look at what Rob's doing, where I go, if I can put wind in your sails, you will go farther. And if you will go, you'll go farther than I'll ever go because you're you and you built this following at the right time in the right place with the right skill set that I don't have. Not jealous. I'm stepping onto your ride, right? And it's because I believe in your ride. And when I come back to the belief and meaning that Rob holds for me and the impact that I know he makes in other people's lives, I go, I can set my fucking thing down and build that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you're going to reach way more people than I'm ever going to reach. And that's really what it comes down to is a room like that changed my life, like that retreat I was describing. If we get to pitch rooms of people, not sales pitch them, but like pitch a tent up and have a pop-up event, I'm doing more with you than I would ever do by myself because you are such a monster and you're 20 years ahead of me or 10 years ahead of me. Like, yeah, I'm going to hop on that coattail and ride it with you. Absolutely. Because I believe in the direction you're going, because you're articulate enough to say where you're going and mean it, because you have a track record of actually going where you say you're going. That's what's made it easy. What's made it hard is the flesh of me being like, but what about my t-shirts that I was thinking they were so cool? And like, people love Brandon a day. And it's like, trust the process. Like, Rob and I had a conversation of, where are you molding me to? What do you need me to become lethal at in order to serve you? Not what I look at the whiteboard and say, like, how can I make myself? I walked into my boss's office and was like, hey, how do I make myself more useful to you? He's like, what the fuck did you just ask me? No one asks me that. I'm like, I think like an entrepreneur, right? So I'm like, yeah, what do you need me to become? What tool in your toolbox do you need me to become? And he's like, speak, lead, sell. He's like, speaking, just keep doing what you're doing. Leading, you're going to have to get comfortable holding other people to a standard. You hold yourself to a standard. I need you to be able to do what my friend Seth did and be like, you don't need the anger anymore. And be able to have that conversation as a leader. So I'm working on that. And then selling, that's a continual reps thing. The more you do it, the better you get, the better you know the offer. And now I'm going to him going, hey, if you want me to sell more, we got to tweak the offer. And there's a mutual trust now starting to happen where we're making changes that I never thought we would make. And I'm like so stoked about it, right? If I didn't feel received and like he would listen to those suggestions, I had to build rapport with him for 9 months before we listened to the suggestion. Rightfully so. You don't come in and you're like, Rob Bailey, you're doing it all wrong. Like, you have to just go and experience. But like, now I'm starting to say, like, this needs to be higher ticket. This needs to be higher touch. Why is there no one-on-one customization? You're missing money here. If you say you want to make money, we're leaving a ton of it on the table. And kind of put that sales strategist hat on that I used to have with my clients. It's like, Rob is such a unique client because he runs me and I run him. It's such a dance, right? And then like Dana's there. Like, I'm not his wife, obviously, right? But it's an emotional connection. So there's this whole thing where Dana's like, I love that Rob gets to talk to you about business. And then when he comes home, he's my husband. And it's this mutually like appreciated thing where you're like, I love that I get to see you in your emotion of what you want to bring to the world and how you want to serve. And then I love that we get to leave it at that and you get to go home and I get to go home, right? It's so freaking cool, dude.
That's cool.
But yes, it's been hard. And yes, it's been worth it.
That's cool. I mean, I think about that all the time. It's like, I'm in this place where, and I'm asking selfishly because I'm like, when I first quit, you know, you burn the ships. I literally have burn the ships tattooed on my knee. And I did that. It was like,
I have
because
American Vagabond tattooed on my neck. So
Hell
we're the
yeah.
same. Keep going.
And so it's like one of those things. I'm like, yeah, I just wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to do things that weren't for someone else's benefit. And they were just trying to like house me.
A pawn.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I felt like I was in this little cage and they're like, oh, we've got him trapped. And like whatever pops off, whenever it happens, we'll have him and it'll be for us. You know, is how I felt.
Opportunists, we call those people. Yes.
Yeah. And so I'm like, and I had experienced that in multiple different ways. But so that was like I'm leaving. I am going to go be me because I don't want someone else to tell me what to do because I feel like I'm being led to something greater, bigger, whatever that is. And maybe it sounds like I'm super self-confident or like think I'm Jesus, but it's like, no.
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah. But it's been this different shift than I expected where I'm like, man, to be honest, I don't love selling. I don't love this business. I don't like, taxes, you know, like all this bullshit. Let's play the game. Like, let's do this shit. And I'm like, no, dude, I just want to help people.
Yeah.
I just want to do what I'm good at.
Yep.
And that's it. Like, I don't have to be worrying about this and worrying about that. I'm like, no, I want to help these people. And it's so weird is I'm like, I can't even help myself, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And that at what cost question that we were sitting with earlier, I had to apply that the other direction in my business. It's like, hear me out. I paid more in taxes in 2023 than I made in a year in 2018. And I just sit with that, both sides of that coin, and go, I choose to be grateful. I choose to be grateful. This is someone's salary. Like, this was my salary, right? And so the at what cost piece is like, okay, if freedom looks like this for me, it looks like helping people and not having a schedule and not having a dress code, whatever the things are that make you really excited about what you're doing. You go like, if the cost of admittance on that dream that I have to figure out how to do the taxes, I'll do it. That's the reframe, right?
Yep.
Because otherwise it's like, well, I don't want to do that. We stomp our feet like little kids, right? I'm not saying that's what you sound like.
Oh no,
But
I probably
like,
do.
It's like, it's this, why can't I just do what I love to do? It's like, no. Be willing to do the suck. That's 10 to 30% of the job. So you can do the 70% that you love. And someday you'll have a team. Someday there will be a CPA that's like, yeah, send me the receipts so you don't have to think about it. Great. But like that desire they were talking about, like it keeps you moving forward, right?
Yeah.
It's like, thank God you want those things. It's going to keep you motivated to grow. Like, hell yeah. Please keep hating taxes, but please keep doing that, right? Or don't. I don't really care.
Where'd Devin
out
go?
of
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Devin's
we're gonna
overseas
have
I
now.
heard the IRS has been
Dominican
closed for like
Republic.
months. So
Yeah.
so
It's just crazy.
true.
I think about that. I love that reframe. That's good. That's good for me to hear.
I had to get there. There was things I didn't want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing it right now. Not right now, right? But like, I'm doing it literally
It
right
sucks.
now. Now, this is the stuff I like, man. The connection, this connective piece, and helping people. And I don't. And it also comes back to, man, I want a team, but like, and then I'm scared. I'm like,
Yeah.
how much money can I give people?
Just hire subcontractors first. You're going to get $300 a month to just do the money stuff. Don't take on someone as an employee.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know if I like,
Initially.
that scares me too.
Yeah.
And then I don't want someone to be like, I like the fact that I see the money. I'm like, I don't have to ask anybody if I can go give this,
Yes.
help this person. It's like, can I help him? Yes, I can. Bing. You know, and then I can have a video out about it in freaking 2 nights. Like, but it's also everything. You're wearing all the hats, you know? And I think that's where the team portion comes in. That's why this has been nice. So I'm like, for the first time, I feel like in my whole life, I'm involved in something where we're building, but I'm not wearing all the hats, which is sick. Like it like relieves the stress from me. Like I feel like get into what I'm good at.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You guys probably are like, shut the.
Nope. You're
What
on
are
track.
you good at?
I don't know, dude.
Just the
Talking.
ideas guy.
Yeah. I'm the diversity hire. You're the what
Personality.
Personality diversity. Right? If Rob ever needs someone to give all his money away and he needs a diversity hire,
He
I'm
needs a
good at
write
this.
off. I heard loud and clear.
We can get government contracts for the diversity hire.
Yeah. Gotta get that diversity up in here. This is Montana.
What is it? DEI?
That's funny.
Greek. I think about that's a good reframe. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I think about that often, and I think it bugs me too because I like to. It's an emotional space that I'm dealing with, obviously life and death, and so I'm like I hate feeling like I'm a business owner. I'm just trying to take care of people.
Valid.
Yeah. So it's definitely been more than just like I enjoy business and trying to grow and brand and all this stuff and jam packing my life full of like my fire siege and boom, like let's see what the hell happens. And this has just been a total deviation from where I thought I was headed. It feels right. I know it feels right because there's these like the alchemist, like the soul of the world feeling of like I feel like I've tethered myself to something where I can feel the world beat. It's weird. And I tell my wife that like there's times where I like when I'm doing something like I feel like there's just a pulse like boom, and I'm like I'm in it. And I'm like
Tapped in.
yeah, so it's just like yeah,
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Got
it's
goosebumps,
on
please.
my hair, dude, like on my head. But
The sign.
it's the sun, guys. I've been looking at the sun for 10 minutes straight. But
Now I am charged. Now I
yes.
am ready.
You are a charger.
You guys didn't like hear that whole thing about like people like sunning their balls. You know,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what you sound
dude.
like right now.
Sunning the yonis. Oh yeah. No, there's that New York guy that just stares at the sun. He's got a
Yeah.
whole social media about this. He stares at it.
People
Says
have
it's-
a whole lot of claims about that. Yeah.
Do that. I'm gonna try that. See what happens.
I love the tinfoil hat people. People you're like, what? They're my favorite.
Yeah.
They
But like
have
part of me's
passion and
like,
conviction.
yeah, you're actually convincing me right now.
Yeah, like
That's so
you
funny.
feel this so deeply. I think I might feel it. It's so
Yeah.
rad.
I don't know.
Sweet.
So good.
Yeah. It's a good reframe. Reframe me some more, please.
With permission, I will.
Permissed.
Consent.
Consented.
That's how I start every one of my retreats. I come in and I'm like, hi, do you want to be called out or just listened to? Hi, do you want to be called out or just listened to? With every single person there. I think the worst thing you can do is just like give unwarranted advice, especially when you don't know the person very well.
Just let it rip.
You're like, hey, what experience are you here to have?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you want the Band-Aid ripped off or do you like want the wound cleaned? It's so interesting.
Totally get that.
You do both.
Yeah,
You
but
still
that
do?
kind of goes back to what you said about like the hear, hug, or what was the third one?
Hear you, hug you, or help you.
Help you like solve the problem. That's so good. So good.
Do you still do your retreats?
I'm doing one for fun. I don't do them for money anymore.
Okay.
I mean, I was selling retreats as like part
Yeah.
of my packages. So they would get this immersive experience midway through their time with me. And it was awesome because it was like a hybrid. They had the group, they had the retreat, they had their one-on-one calls, and it was baked in. So I wasn't exhausting myself like selling another offer. Like, oh, if you do this program, you come to Costa Rica? They're like, yeah, I'm not going to work with anybody else now that I know Costa Rica is also involved. Like it was also like a differentiator, right? Because I was like, no, we're going on a family vacation. That's what I would call them. It's like family vacation Costa Rica, January 2024, right? And it's like we're throwing a jungle party in Costa Rica. 14 people I've never met. I met one of them, and they said yes to this. It's this crazy experience. You get there and you're just already opened up because you just traveled like a whole day to get there. So anyway, that's how they were sold before, and now like. Stay Glacier, Rob has a bunch of Airbnbs. I was like, I'm gonna rent one and I'm gonna just like all the people I miss. So I've been going to see everybody all the time for the past 3 years, right? I was on the road and it would be like, can I crash with you? Can I swing through? If you're within 8 hours, you're on the way. That's my policy. So like I will drive the extra 8 to 10 hours to see a friend all day. And I've been that girl for 2 years, right? This year I'm like, you guys can all come see me.
That's
So
nice.
I rented a house. It's open on these days, and now we're curating an experience where like they know they're not just coming to hang out. They know I don't just hang out. So it's really cool. I'm starting to plan the workshops and the playlists. It's all tied to music because that's where I started to feel. It's tied to physical challenge. So we're going to do, here's a fundraiser idea. We're going to do a sled push where you do laps on the sled, women's weight, men's weight, right? Just like a competition. The catch is you cannot pause between laps. Like you're going straight through the lap. Turn, boom, you get 10 seconds to reset, go the other direction. Every lap is, people bet on you. They say like, okay, Devin, for every lap you do, I'm going to bet $2. And you do that each time someone new steps up. So you keep the bids usually under $10 because you're going to do this for 10 or 12 people, right? So I'm going to bet $2 for every lap. So Devin got 10 laps, so I owe $20 into the pot. You're going to do that for every single person. Now, as the person is pushing, they're going through an emotional experience of, I'm raising money for something. This isn't about my fitness. This isn't about my ego. How far can I push when it's somebody else's health or heart on the line, right? And then it goes to the next athlete when they tap out. And we all do that. And we all walk with each other on the sled. So you're not sled pushing in like in no man's land. Everyone's walking with you, yelling, like, come on, let's go, keep going, you got it, right? And it's this beautiful group fundraising experience that we're going to do. Like these are the types of things that I start to think of ahead of time so that in the moment the sled is there, it's loaded. The cause is already chosen, right? It's like, it's not already chosen, by the way. You're in my mind. We need to have a conversation. But it'll be really cool, like, to do that. It's not just a come hang out weekend. We'll do plenty of hanging out, but we'll probably workshop every day at 8, at 10, and at 6. And in between, we'll do something outside, or we'll get in the hot tub, or we'll do the sled push. And so, yeah, it's this really beautiful way now that I look at, hey, I didn't buy some of you guys Christmas presents, like my friends, but I rented a house for a week if you want to come through. And like, that's the friend I want to be, man. I want to be the girl. It's like, I got a house in Cabo if anybody wants to come through. I rented this house in Montana if anybody wants to come through. And different people come, and it's never the same 10 people. It's always a different part of the patchwork quilt of my life. And like, I have friends everywhere. So it's so beautiful to be able to be like, these 10 people will probably never be together in a room again. It's rad.
That's cool.
I'm so lucky to be alive at the same time as you, and we're both here. And it goes back to that. So just really cool. So yes, I do retreats. No, I don't do retreats.
Yeah.
What about the CCV ones? Like, is that your thing? Or is that like a
so
Rob? Like,
that's masterminding, right? And it's like 80% Rob, 20% Lyss. What differentiates a mastermind from a retreat in my mind is, are we all sleeping in the same house? So like retreat, we are in a way cozier cocoon together, for lack of a better word, where like somebody might have that conversation from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the kitchen table that would have never happened at an event with an end time. There's power in the linger. Again, going back to life is precious. It's to be savored. It's to be slow. I can't feel this feeling fast. What did you say earlier? That was so profound. I'm paraphrasing, but like, it's that, right? Whereas like a business mastermind is I'm coming for answers. I'm coming for strategy. I'm coming to get called out. Again, what experience do you want to have? I want to see the warehouse. I want to talk to Rob. I want to shake his hand. I want to thank him. It's both are valuable, but it's just two completely different gears. One being very masculine. What are we doing in the world? And the other one being very feminine of like, you're going to feel some stuff.
I think I'm feminine, dude.
Yeah. What's beautiful is like
feelers.
I kind of sneak away, and maybe I shouldn't say this on a podcast, but whatever. Rob knows, so it's fine. There'll be like 5 or 6 people that I grab now at each event where I'm like, hey guys, so the event's ending, but tomorrow night at my house at like 6 o'clock, if you want to come over and like do like part B to that thing you said earlier, I have so much more to say. And that's like I corner people a little bit. But
That's
like
cool.
I would have cornered you guys as my first one and I was staying at the farmhouse, right? But it's like when you have that vibe with people where you can kind of do that, you're like, yeah. So they all say yes, right? And they're like, okay, yeah. And it's almost like a secret treehouse meeting energy when you get there. Everybody comes with like their journal and their laptop.
Got the
and
breakfast
like,
club.
I did it with Mike and Chancellor, your parallels, and my buddy Chase and Luke Krubeck, the last one. Like, guys, we got to go woo-woo tonight. I got some things to say. And I sat there with each of them, looked them in the eye, told them the gifts that I saw within them, called them out on why aren't you using this in this way? I think you could go deeper here, these types of things. They're all teared up. And there's something called the brand archetypes. There's like 12 or 14 of them. But I was like, because I was like really studying that this summer. I was like, you're a alchemist and a mystic. And I need you to lean into that in this way. You start talking to people in a way where you witnessed them all day at the mastermind. I'm watching how you stand. I'm watching the questions you ask. I'm watching how you receive an answer. And I'm like, oh, the counterpart to the medicine that you received earlier from Rob is this. And I'm plugging it in. He doesn't even know I'm doing this. I would never have an event and not do that. It's such a missed opportunity when somebody's already there. They're already open. They want to have the conversation. It's like, ascend it, boys, you know? And so I had 4 grown men crying at a kitchen table and I was like, this is awesome. And all of them I called, I'm not like tooting my horn, I'm tooting theirs. It's like, called them 30 and 60 days later, hey, I didn't say how much more money are you making? I said, what's happened since the event? I made an extra 12% in our revenue for the year in 30 days. I made an extra 30% in 90 days. That was a catalyst for us to offer this. It's like it just the nail in all the way after the masculine conversation. And it's like, I don't think we would ever put that on paper and say that that's part of the event. Because I can also only hold so many people, right? 5, 6 people in a day is enough of that after a 14-hour event day most times. But I don't sleep those weekends, barely. I sleep like 6, 7 hours. I'm so energized because I'm doing the thing I love the most. I'm sitting at a conversation, looking at your soul, asking you to show up for life more fully. It's landing, you're crying. And I'm like, I'm not tired. We can go till 1 a.m. Like, it's the best. And those are the things that make the ego death I was talking about easy. So I'm like, but we get to do this. And Luke probably never would sign up for a maximum potency retreat because he's a 7-figure business owner that doesn't need it on paper, right? It's like, he wouldn't have come to Montana for that, but he was already there. It's kind of just catching people on the way out the door. And like, hey, by the way, meaningful. Just want to say that. Cool. See, you almost snipe him a little bit. Like, I did this to a guy who was there for Matt Vincent hosted an event in our space. He wasn't even our client. I didn't know him. I walk up and I'm like, hey, you're at the threshold, that little threshold story I told earlier. I was like, there's energy all up and down your body telling me this. I don't know what your story is. I don't even know your name. I want you to know that. He goes, well, thanks for opening my spiritual mail for me. And he said, it's not weird. My dad's a pastor, so that actually lands. And I was like,
That's awesome.
sick. But just like, I even started doing it to strangers and it's getting more and more fun. Like, I don't always get it right. Like 2% of the time I miss and they're like, that doesn't resonate at all. And I'm like,
You're like, you're
so
a witch and I'm
sorry.
out of here.
Oh,
Command Z.
step aside.
I literally would just be like, oh, well then Command Z that and I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'll just walk away.
Funny.
Human error.
That is awesome. That's a cool little tweak, though. I mean, yeah, I think you're like providing this different experience, right, for people, like you said, that never would have felt that.
Yeah.
And this is funny because when you were asking what could we change about CCV,
Yeah.
I was like, connection.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to tell you. It's like And I don't feel like CCV needed to change. And maybe that's not even the right place, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think it was one of those things, like, for me, what it lacked, and that's why I said maybe I'm more feminine, you know, like this connective piece of it's not just business, you know, like there's more.
Yep.
There's more. And whatever that is, I feel it.
When people are building businesses that they want to grow, sell, and scale, they need Rob. When people are building a legacy brand where it's their soul on the line, they need a dose of Lyssa and a dose of Rob. So I'm pulling the soul people that I'm like, oh, we could go deep. I'm not having that conversation with everybody because not everybody wants that conversation. Some people are like, I own car washes and trailer parks so that I can pay my bills and go do ultra marathons. Cool. If I met you at an ultra marathon and had this conversation, it would probably land. But right now you're here for business strategy. Totally respect it, right? Don't push people into the deep end when they're just hanging out in the shallow end. Not calling them shallow, but you don't shock someone into this type of experience. You let them lean into it and you say, hey, I saw something in you earlier. It has to be personalized. Do you want to go deeper on that challenge by choice? Like consensual advice giving again. And like I practice consensual sales too, which is really weird. And if Rob heard me say that, he'd probably be like, I'm going to barf in my mouth. Stop saying that.
Consensual
Just tell them they
sales.
need it, right? But it's like, no. When you can see somebody for 5 minutes even and be like, sounds like this is where we could help you. Do you even want to hear about that? And you like pause, like they might not even want to hear about the offer. But like, yeah, please tell me. And then you have a captive audience that's listening and you can go through features, benefits, whatever relevant to them. This is my favorite thing. This is the only manipulative thing that I do on sales calls. I'll give it to you guys right here. By this point, there's so much trust built. If somebody says no, and I know that it's a no from a place of fear, not a no from, hey, this isn't a good fit, because I would be able to see that by this point in the call, right? I've asked you where you're at, where you want to go. We've talked about why Rob can help you get there. It's an ethical sale. It needs to happen, and they're scared. They're like, and they wiggle out of it. I sit back in my chair, and I go, I'm sorry. You're gonna say no? And I just do the pregnant pause where you don't say anything.
It's awkward.
It's awesome, dude. It's so good. It's so good. Like, they're like, well, I mean, I'm like, people just don't usually say no when they're in your position. So like, if you want to say no, and then I'll give them that out. But I'm like, I think you actually want to say yes, but this is coming up. And I'll start having more of one of those like Luke and Chase and Mike and Chancellor conversations on the sales call. And dude, it doesn't always work because sometimes something comes out where they're like, no, I feel no because of this. And I'm like, fair. Let's get off the call. Deal? We'll be here. And it's just that staying power of we'll be here when you're ready. Mm-hmm. But oftentimes it's like ripe avocados, right? Not everybody's a ripe avocado and you can't make a ripe avocado ripe. But like, I'm like, I know you're a ripe avocado. Just admit it, dude. And they're like, okay, I am. Let's do it. I'm just scared. And it's so cool. And
That's
those
awesome.
people are the people that call like 30 days later. Hey, Liz, can we have like a 15-minute chat about business? Like, yeah, what do you need? Shoot me a voice note. It's always my first line of defense because I protect my time. It's not really a voice note thing. And they go on this rant. I'm like, yeah, let's do a 20-minute call. And they get on the call and they ask me one question and then they start saying thank you. And I'm like, yes. Like, that's where the fulfillment's coming from on the back end. So I agree that it needs personalization and customization if it's going to be a fully well-rounded offer, or there needs to be a side door into that, right? It's like, hey, if you want this, because what you can't do is bait and switch and say like, we're going to teach you to be clear, calculated, and vicious, and feel your feelings. It's like, no, I didn't sign up for that, right?
Time out.
Again, like, they can't get pushed into the deep end of the pool. It has to be challenged by choice. But like, I just know it when I see it. And it's like, I want people, selfishly, I want people to be like, I came for Rob, but I stayed for Lyssa. It's like, that's the experience I want to give our clients. It's just icing on a cake that they didn't even ask for.
That's cool.
And that keeps me really motivated.
I love it. I think you're right. And then I also like have that thought too. It's like when you're connecting so deeply with people, like you're now forming a relationship, and you can't just form that deep of a relationship with everybody that wants to meet you.
No, it would be abuse to yourself.
Yeah, and there's some weirdos.
Yeah.
That's
You
why you
know,
gotta like
yeah.
read the room of like, who do I want in my house?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, totally. And like, usually it'll be like, we're going to go grab food here. Also, we're going to go to my house after. Or, like,
Yeah.
also, we're going to get takeout and meet up here. But like Luke, I had met him 3 times at that
Yeah,
point.
for sure.
Chase is one of my good friends that I said, you need to come to this event. And he was like, okay, buy ticket. Right. So 2 of them I know. Mike and Chancellor I had just met, but they were friends of Luke.
So it's like
And
good,
so they're already
reputable.
socially validated of I'm not bringing a total weirdo into my home when they know my address. And
Yeah, I
I'm a
hear you.
single girl that lives alone, right? Like there's some awareness there. But yeah, like they're pre-screened. I also just watched them for 12 to 15 hours at an event. If they were going to be weird, they probably would have been weird by now.
I feel you.
Hey girl, you should really come take a ride in my Porsche. It was the weirdest thing anyone's ever said to me. Not at a Rob event, just at an event in general. Where I was like, no, I shouldn't. You are 55. Like,
Hard no.
my no dar is very high. Like, you're just like, nope, just nope.
You're no dar.
Yeah.
I have a gaydar.
I don't.
That's why it's all homo.
Yeah, all homo, baby. Freak.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't accept it. I just think I got one.
There we go.
There we go.
Dude, yeah, it was funny. Like, I mean, a funny memory, right? Like, I think about Rob's CCV event was the first event I've ever been to, first group I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And it was because I was like doing this branding thing, right? I think that's probably why I started seeing ads.
Got it. Oh, yeah. You told me you saw an ad and you ended up there. It's so wild.
Yeah, dude. And like, well, I was like, I've seen that guy before. And like, I'm doing some stuff
the
like this.
dude.
Yeah, that's the guy.
The dude abides.
That's the big dude. But dude, yeah, when we were there, it was super good. Like, it was fun. I'd like to tell you even how some of this changed my life, but first I want to tell you a funny story.
Please do.
One of the funny guests.
I already know about this.
Oh my goodness. We're sitting in a circle. It's like I think it's not the last day, but the night before the last day, whatever. And we're all sitting in a circle. There's like, it's me, Rob, Tyler, Cody, Alfred. Is it Alfred?
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually a snowmobiler's name too. Weird.
Twinsy.
Yeah, dude. Anyways, he's really good.
I got a funny Cody story when you're done. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
Dude, he's got some good ones. I'm sure. Like that guy, I follow his Instagram too. I'm like, brother, I like you.
Cody and I have been friends since
Oh, homo.
2018.
Freaking,
Yes.
He's cool.
But yeah, so we're sitting there, and the reason I said like, oh, you can't just form all these close relationships with these people. Like this guy kind of like starts at the back of the circle and like somehow just starts sneaking in front of, like at one point he is standing directly in front of me between me and Rob.
I
Rob's
know
talking.
exactly who you're talking about. Keep
Yeah,
going.
and dude, I'm like looking at time. What is going on right now,
Devin
dude?
kept giving me this look, and I'm like, I know.
I'm like, dude, this
know,
is,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
just like stood there, and I was uncomfortable. I'm like, I want to see if this dude feels anything uncomfortable. I'm just gonna stand right here and just see what happens, dude. And he just got closer to Rob. I was like, oh, I feel bad
boy.
for you, brother. Not the guy, but Rob. I'm like, man, that's got to be a weird dynamic. Weird.
So I pulled Rob aside and I said, hey, so Chelsea and I are almost like, Chelsea, Drew, and I are all Rob's gatekeepers, right? Do you want to be talking to this person this long? Do you need me to you? Hey, really quick, I need you over here, right? One of those, like, how are you doing? And I pulled him aside after observing that dynamic for the individual you're describing for context. Follows him around events and is a starer for all intents and purposes. He stares, right? I think he thinks he's being attentive, but it comes off very intense. And I just said, like, what's your connection with this guy? And are you good? He was like, dude, he's been to like 4 events. He's a sweet dude. Totally fine. I was like, cool. Awesome. Rob's fine.
That is funny, dude.
He's also
good.
like tall. Rob is tall. So I
Yeah.
don't think it affects like someone. I'm 5'2". Somebody was like that close to me and in my face. I think there's like, Rob's at a different altitude. You know, it's
Yeah.
like he's like got his own world up there. I'm like, what's the altitude? What's the altitude where you are?
Yeah.
Different.
I think in my brain I was wondering because like
Yeah.
he was actually really nice. Like
Yeah.
he had
He's
like
a sweet kid.
dude. Yeah, he brought
Yeah.
like gifts and I was just like in my mind at that moment. I'm smiling at Tyler. I'm like,
What?
what is happening in this man's brain?
So interesting.
Like what? I'm gonna sneak and then I'm gonna be in front of this person and it was just like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like he was trying to cut anyone off in the conversation. He was just like magnet, like
I'm really present.
yeah, like hello, you know. I'm like, man, that's I mean, I don't know any of these people, so I'm just kind of laughing, like, man, this
Partially
is weird.
respect though. Like I think about him being in any other room with like Hermosi or Keaton, and I'm like, you're always where the action is. I admire that. Like I have too much awareness where I'm like, well, I don't want to overwhelm the person, so I'm gonna stay over here. And it's like,
I'm
nah,
going
dude,
right
you came
in
to
the
this event and
middle.
you got what you came for, and
I'm
it's
going
so
right
cool,
in the
man.
middle of it.
That's true, man. Sometimes you just go
I
get it.
respect it.
Yeah, because I'm not that way. I'm the same. Where I'm like,
Like a little bit more peripheral.
yeah, I would like things to be organic and real.
Yep.
You know, and not that that's less real, but it doesn't feel
Different.
real to me. You know, I'm like, if I were to do that, I feel like it's just disingenuous, and I'm like trying to brown nose or whatever that is, like I would be trying to get something from someone. I'm like, no, I'm just here for connection. You know, like the female side of me,
Yeah.
but
Feminine.
yeah, the feminine, yes, like that's me. And
I think that you just have had so much masculine that you're just raising the feminine and becoming more aware of it now. Like you've checked that masculine box so hard your whole life, probably. Just wanted to throw that in there. Did not mean to interrupt you.
my nipples hurt though. Like, these are my goosebumps.
Water's turning the frogs gay.
That's the extra test.
Freak, dude. But to tell you the cool story of what changed my life about CCV, do you want to get? What did you say?
It's the extra test.
Oh, dude,
Just
I need more.
pinballed so hard off the side of that story. Go bing, bing, bing.
Oh no, it's cool. Like what I'm doing now started at CCV for me, which is wild. I spoke to you a little bit about this, and I think even in the known, but for people hearing context, I joined CCV within the month. Rob had launched some branding playbook, blah blah blah. I'm not blah 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 in disrespect, but like
Et cetera, et cetera.
yeah, yeah. So it's like it said fill this stuff out. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna start filling stuff out. This year I had started journaling as well, so I'm like, oh, I know how to write stuff, So I just started writing, and I wrote. And in one portion of this branding playbook, it talked about dreams, and I didn't know what my dreams were. I just knew what I wanted them to look like, what to feel like, and all these things, and like, tap into something that I've never been a part of. I thought, and so I just started writing, and with no like, this is it, but this is the feeling, and that happened in October. I wrote it all in October, and then in December I launched my first fundraiser, and everything I had wrote in that branding playbook happened in my fundraiser. I was like, sick. Yeah, dude. I'm like, whoa. I still don't know where it's leading me. I'm still just figuring it out. But it was just cool that like that's a full like even this is a full circle moment where I met you there, and I've tried all these other things too that I've just taken pieces of everywhere I've been, just kind of like brought it back into like, what am I doing? But I'm building something, and it's just been cool, and that's where it all started.
Those events are so often a catalyst for people to I don't know what, right? And a lot of times the quitting your job, going back to your unemployed and successful moment is like, I don't know what it is, but that ain't it, chief. And you just figure it out through this iterative process. And it's like, that's exactly what you're doing.
It's fun. I let the whole, there's even more to the story, right? So that's when you introduced me to Chase, and I bought his coaching programming or whatever it was. What I don't know what it's called, but
There's several different tiers, but you started working with Chase. Yep.
Yeah, I started working with Chase, and it was just perfect, man. Like that was another one of those things. I think I just needed to be there in that moment, but I didn't need to be there forever. Yep. I'm like, I got what I needed, and not in a rude way. Like I paid for it, But it's like, oh, I got this. And at that point, like he was just, I think, someone to hear me that wasn't involved in my life, that could point things out and just say it how it was, and it was nice. It gave me a different perspective of like, this is maybe what you're feeling, and I wasn't have to like unload that on my wife and take that out, like let my friends, ultimately it's me that has to fix the problem. If there's a problem, right? Like I knew I needed to quit my freaking job. I knew it, and I was just fighting it until one day, I remember specifically, I was about to meet with Chase, Thomas, my current boss, right? Like, and it has nothing to do with this isn't a Thomas thing, but this is a me thing, knowing I needed to leave, and I wasn't. He called me up to his office, and he's like, I need you to go do this. And it was just a normal, basic thing. And I remember I physically got sick. I went down into my office, and I started dry heaving in my garbage can. And I'm like, I gotta go. This is weird. This is so weird. And I went home and told my wife. I was like, this is it.
Until it becomes unignorable.
Yep, that's how it was. And it's like, boom. But it's just, crazy little steps. Boom. Chase step. Boom. Podcast step. Who knows what the hell the next step is.
Out here winging it.
It's just fun, man. Like, life is cool.
I'm on the edge of my seat just now. It's like my favorite question when people find themselves in those moments is like, all of a sudden, what if I don't becomes the most important question. There's like a magnetism to something that you don't even know what it is. It's like, what if I don't leave this job? What if I never try this thing? What if I stay in my hometown forever? What if or insert thing here that you want to change, right?
Yeah.
When you can just lean into the what if I don't and let that be enough, which is what you did when you're like, I'm puking in a trash can at work. Gotta go.
Because I got told to work.
Right? Right. I got told to do my job. That up until this point was completely fine. So interesting how it's like labor. We're good now. Right. And it's like, it's so interesting, man. Like my cue like that to quit my original corporate job was I was crying on the way to work every day. And I'm not really a sad girl. So I'm like, what's going on? This is now a chronic sadness that's looming over my head where it's like, what's your plan, Lyssa? I anticipate being asked that. I don't know, Karen, but it's not this, right? It was enough for me to just be like, well, I'm going to save 3 months rent and leave. Because as soon as I started to set that goal and do something about it, things happen. Offices happen.
Yeah.
This, like, it's like, you're on the path. You're on the path.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need to know is I'm on the path and I don't need to know. Like, that's where goals become really weird. Sometimes you know the next 3 things and sometimes you don't. You shoot blind. Like, I don't know, but I feel like there's something over there. I'm just going to follow my curiosity here.
Find this. The goals thing is a weird one too, because I've thought a lot about that. And a lot of the goals I've written down is like, they're not even in my window at all anymore. I'm like, what the hell was I even shooting for? Because I went, pew! Like, that's a fire seeds thing. Pew! But it's like, man, I'm just following my heart. I think like probably you are, you know, it's like, you didn't know that you'd be here, but it led to some pretty cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, like same thing with this. Who knows where this leads, but it's fun. I'm having fun.
It's a treasure hunt.
But yeah, I've almost like allowed myself to just like let go of goals almost and just have like this year, I set an intent, right? Like to look for the good in everything. I think that's something I was really, really good at for a long, like part of my life. And then I got in this accident in 2020 and it just sent me for a loop, dude. And it's been the coolest part of my life, like the most transforming and learning and growing and evolving part of my life. But it's also given me this different thought process of, man, I just don't, I stopped always being positive, I guess. And not that I was like, I think there's like positive toxicity where it's like, you're so positive, like this isn't even fucking real, dude. You know, like
Yes.
there's still this real component, but yeah. So I set more of a, you know, like look for the good in everything and I'm gonna try it out this year, see what happens. Because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. Just know I want to help some families and whatever that looks like, sweet.
And that is walking with God in my terms and maybe walking with the universe in someone else's. It's like, where are we going? I don't know. When we get there, I don't know. We gonna get food? I hope so. I'm hungry.
I'm pretty
And it's
hungry,
like,
dog.
that's it. Like, that's all you're going off of is like, I think Bon Jovi, right? Living on a prayer. It's like, it's just that. Running down a dream. Same guy, right? It's like, what? Like, Tom Petty, Bon Jovi, are you this deep? Like, maybe you are, because maybe you're an artist of life too, an artist of experience. And it's like, cool, I'm going to ride that coattail, man. Like, Matthew McConaughey is another one where you're like, you fucking get it. Like, ooh, L-I-V-I-N.
Let's get ad, dude.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Thanks for having us on our own podcast.
What I feel like we got to like leave with one Lyssa inspiration.
Right, I just want to tell Lad that we're rapping here. We're on airplane mode. He's probably like,
Help
Could
me.
have let him in.
one Lyssa inspiration? What do you mean?
I don't know.
There was enough.
Got to wrap it all up, put it in a bow. You're good at that.
Tying bows. Bows and hoes? What?
Bows and hoes.
I can leave on that note. Let's go.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a little out of brain juice. Like glucose and brain juice are both running out in this moment. But
Yeah, we're out.
No, let's see. I think
Hit us with your mottos.
We hit like God's not done with you yet. We hit rip on life pretty damn hard. We hit. I didn't say it in the sentence, so here you go. Use all of your gifts to serve at the highest level of which you are capable. Always be expanding that capacity. And you'll always be provided for. Or slip by.
Hammer down. Done.
That's what I'm putting at the end
drop.
for the social media.
I love it.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Stay back.